Hi mini album friends, I'm sharing another mini album that I made. Today I used a collection called Garden Party. You can find this in a lot of places. I got mine at AC Moore. I know Tuesday Morning's been carrying it on and off for years, and Joanne still carries it. I ended up with a couple of sheets of 12 by 12s I got here and there, and I just picked up a couple packs of ephemera that went with the collection here and there, and before I knew it I had enough to make a mini album. It is 6 1/4 by 6 1/4 and the pages are 6 by 6. It has 6 pages. I used a stack the deck binding and the gussets are 1/4 inch apart, and the spine's about 2.5 inches. On the cover I used one of the 12 by 12 papers I had with the butterflies on it, and I just added some ribbon here, and here's some ephemera that I've kind of stacked up. It's about 6 layers high. I did die cut 2 of these in here. I placed an enamel dot on the daisy, and these are popped up with pop dots. On my spine I have this really cool product by Ranger. It's called Sticky Back Canvas, and it's been out for several years. I know you can still get it on Amazon and eBay. I got mine at Tuesday Morning, just 1 pack, thinking that it might make a great material for a spine piece, and it does. I actually used it on the inside here, from here to here, to cover up that inside spine piece, and it's so thin. I think it's originally made to do some multimedia on, but I did leave mine plain. Here is the back, same paper and the same ribbon. So I started this album 2 years ago and didn't finish it. Now it's springtime, so I thought, oh, give it a try. Paper is still as pretty as ever. I really enjoyed finishing it up. So on the inside cover, I have this really cool piece. It is a die that I recently bought at Tuesday Morning. It's by Spellbinders, called Special Occasion by Marissa Job. This square here is like 5.5 inches. So I got some ideas to add to other mini albums. I think I'm eventually going to make it so it opens up in an album. But so I used the different squares and rectangles to add stickers and paper ephemera. And on the 2 bigger squares, I made little flaps that open, and there's magnets here, so you can write or put a small picture in these. Some of these I covered up with acetate and put the ephemera underneath it, and so the paper on the inside cover just kind of peeks through. So on my first page, I made a deep pocket, and I used a scallop edge punch on both of the papers that matched the scallop edge on here on this die cut to journal on. These are stickers, and this is one of the 12 by 12 papers I had 6 different kind of flowers. They're almost like seed packets, and I just cut them up and I used them throughout the book. I did pop up a ladybug here, so when you open it up there is a space for 2 pictures, and you could use the back side too. It's my 3 kids, they're all in their 20s now. So that goes back in that pocket. Over here I made a double corner. You can find directions to this on Paper Crafter 45's channel. She's got some really cool ideas for mini albums, gives great directions. I did add a sticker to it, and then I have a place for a photo here. Here I just added some ephemera to the corners for the pictures just to slide under. 1 pack of my ephemera had some files in it, and I did use them throughout the album. Here I just simply added some paper ephemera. On this page, here's another part of the cut-aparts from the 12 by 12, the daffodil page, and I made a pocket out of it with a photo spot for here. This comes all the way out, and it's magnetized. And so all these corners that I made throughout the book are open for photos, if that's what I'm going to do. And the ephemera is mostly open for photos to go underneath. Looks cute. So on the back side of this page is a magnetic tag with an enamel dot that flips up, and it holds this down because I forgot to put a magnet on it. So this is an acetate pocket here, and you can get a picture in here, a small one cut up. And on the back side. And once again, they're all left open. And here's another seed packet. I did make a belly band over here. I used the scallop punch. I used a square stitch die with a butterfly ephemera, and this opens up like a trifold for photos. Again, using all the paper ephemera I had. Later. Over here we have the forget-me-nots with a butterfly popped up, and it's magnetized. It flips up like this, and there's a place for almost a 4x6 photo up here. This is these are not magnetized because this holds it down. So these both open to the sides. I used my scallop punch again, and there's places for journaling and photos. Over here, I just made a side pocket with some stickers. I used this pretty lantern sticker here, again my scallop punch, and here are just some some cutouts that I did. They hold like 4x4s. I used a stitch square die on these. And here's a file again with a little flower attached. This would be the 4th page on the back side, the lilies page, and again a place for a photo to go underneath here. Corners are left open. These are equal on both sides. I have the pansies on the opposite side, and they open up like this. And on the back of the 5th page, I used one of those files, and I put a magnet behind it and a little flap, so it does, so you get a little peek of it there. And it just holds a few photos. I used some stitch dies and some pattern paper to go in there. Over here is just I think it's about 2.5 inch flap. It's magnetized. It really didn't come out like I wanted it to, so I ended up putting stickers over these die cut places, enamel dot, but it does open up for more photos. Actually, these lines, it's like a gardener's journal page, but it could be really cool for journaling there. And then on the back of the 6th page, I just kind of got tired and went to my same old thing I do in a lot of my back pages, is I just added a banner. I think it's a Stampin' Up! Punch. I added some enamel dots. It's all open. And then on my back cover, I used that same Spellbinders die. But I only have one opening here for journaling or photos. I added some stickers, some paper ephemera. I backed it with different pattern papers. These two squares are covered with acetate with the ephemera on the opposite side. So thanks for stopping by and listening to me ramble on about my garden mini album. Thanks everybody. See you later.